I think folks are still figuring out what all is in this big omnibus. Some of it's pretty good, some of it's pretty cool, and some of it is, of course, pretty bad.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Congress passed an omnibus bill last week that includes increased funding for the NLRB, and shortly after that, the NLRB union was able to come to a new agreement with the General Counsel to expand telework to 6 days per pay period, 6 days every 2 weeks, that's what my telework agreement is. That avoids a reversal to the pre-pandemic telework posture and makes NLRB jobs more competitive in this market. So, I think folks are still figuring out what all is in this big omnibus. Some of it's pretty good, some of it's pretty cool, and some of it is, of course, pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I wanted to update y'all on that since we've been following this story. You'll recall that the NLRB has been flat funded since 2010 or 2014, which amounts to a 25% funding cut when you account for inflation. And obviously, since 2010, 2014, we do not have 25% fewer workers in the United States, right? We have more workers, and we have more union elections, and we have more unfair labor practices. But as a result of this effective funding cut, the agency was unable to hire new staff, unable to fill positions as people retired, as people got new jobs, and wait times for the agency's work product increased. In fact, field staff, according to the NLRB, is half of what it used to be, while union election petitions and unfair labor practice charges are up significantly. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what happens when you put more work on fewer people, right? So this funding increase is $25 million on top of what they have gotten for the past 10 years, which was about $275 million. So this increase is, a little less than 10%, which, matches inflation for 1 year, for this year. It's better than flat funding, but they certainly need more, and I'm really worried that, this is going to be the last increase that they get in a long time because of the Republicans controlling the House and the Republicans refusing to fund law enforcement, because that's what the NLRB is, in a way. Enforcing labor law. But they don't want to enforce the law when the recipient of that enforcement would be rich folks or bosses. Joseph Webb, an NLRB attorney in Birmingham and president of the NLRB union, Local 10, said this in a statement to the Valley Labor Report on the funding increase and the telework agreement. Quote, "This is a wonderful end of the year for the NLRB, and we're thrilled that the General Counsel has decided to stand with us in the same way she's standing for workers across the United States. NLRB Local 10 members are committed to ensuring that our allotment of the increased budget and the increased telework benefits result in improvements in the rights of every worker employed in the jurisdiction of NLRB Region 10. So, glad to see that from them.
Yeah, glad to get a little bit of good news.
A little bit of good news.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.